At this stage, my recommendation for all of you and anyone that's still watching Shiur online is to learn. Number one, basics of Chumash. Basics of Chumash, meaning, what does it say basically according to Rashi? If you have a little bit of extra time, also maybe look at one of the other commentaries, maybe be the Ramban, or you could look at the Midrash Rabbah or something else, but at least one commentary being Rashi. Of course, if you can do Onkelos as well, that would be fantastic, it's even better. But needless to say, one commentary, basic, not everything he ever wrote about it. Just like basic meaning of what the verse means. That's Chumash. Secondly, a few halachot every day. 2, 3, 4 halachot every day so you know how to be a Jew. 4 laws a day, 2 laws a day, 1 law, anything. At least 2 laws a day so you know how to be a Jew. Because you can know everything and anything about the Tanakh and still be a heretic because you don't know how to keep Shabbat. So, you have to learn the basics of laws every day. A couple of laws every day are going to help you. That's number 1. That's number 2. Number 3, Musal. You have to learn how to become a decent human being. If you don't know how to be a decent human being, even if you know the entire Shulchan Aruch by heart and the entire Tanakh by heart, you're still going to Gehinnom. Why? Because you have to use all of the things you learn in order to become a decent human being. The only way you can become a decent human being is by softening your character, which comes through Musal. It's character development. This is my Shiurim. And I'm sure there's many other places that we've discussed in the past where you can learn Musal. That's the third thing. Now, this is the basics. Halakha, Musal, Chumash. Once you're a little bit more advanced, if you're a guy, start learning Gemara. Learn a little bit of Gemara. Why? That teaches you how to think like a Jew. You may not understand a single word that you're reading in your Gemara for a while. But guess what? Your brain is still going to be rewired and little by little become more advanced. And you'll start learning what questions to ask, what questions you should know, what questions you should want to know, and so on and so forth. You learn how to think. How to think. Because you don't have that naturally. People don't have that naturally of how to think. So, Gemara teaches you how to think. Now, you have Musal, you have Halakha, you have Chumash, you have a Gemara. Once you have those basics covered, then you can little by little advance, and I can recommend other things for you at different times, different books and so on. But until you have all of those bases covered, the deeper meaning of certain things, whether it be learning the roots of words, or it's, let's say, learning the Zohar, not just the Midrashim of the Zohar, but some of the deeper rooted stuff, the Kabbalistic stuff of the Zohar, or it's other types of things that are above and beyond the average. If you don't know the basics and you do all of that, you're simply wasting your time. For a couple of reasons. Number one, if a person doesn't know anything about the basics, but he's an expert in mystical teachings, is he going to go to heaven? No. Why? Because if he doesn't know the basics, he doesn't know how to keep Torah. He doesn't know how to keep Shabbat. He doesn't know how to eat kosher. He doesn't know what is Yirat Shamayim. He doesn't know anything. So surely, it's not going to help him. 2, you're not really going to understand those upper level teachings anyway without having the basics. Without knowing basic arithmetic, learning calculus in mathematics is a complete waste of time. Now you can say, no, but I can pronounce the word cosine, and I could pronounce the word tangent, and I could draw those little squiggly lines. Yeah, but you have no idea what they mean. And you don't even know how to apply them to real life. You have to learn basic arithmetic. Do you know what a diameter is? What is that, a special word, a code word in Kabbalah? No, it's in mathematics. You have to learn what a diameter is, and you have to know what a pi, and all these different things. Once you know the basics, then little by little, 1, 2, 3, you go up a grade, you go up to calculus if you want. But to go just straight up and become a rocket engineer, needless to say, the same thing goes with Torah. I'm telling you that I personally know maybe 2 people that are experts in Sfat HaKodesh. I'm talking about expert. I'm not talking about they know Sfat HaKodesh. No, a lot of people know Sfat HaKodesh. Experts in Sfat HaKodesh. It is a unique teaching of its own. It's perhaps the most difficult because how intricate the nuances are. But those people are even much higher experts in the rest of the foundation of the Torah. Why? Because you need to know the rest of the foundation of the Torah in order to know what to look for, where to look for. So although it is very interesting to find intricate things about words, and sometimes I'll use it in lectures, and sometimes he'll have fantastic questions that he brings that I actually learned from the question itself about certain words, I still do not recommend, and my own rabbi told me, I don't recommend you spend too much time analyzing the words, because you don't have the luxury of as much time as you want. You're not a little yeshiva bachur that goes to school at 8 o'clock in the morning and you study till 8 o'clock at night and you can pretty much do whatever you want. You don't have that luxury. You probably have on the average an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours max to learn a day. Max. And that's already cutting it. It's a lot. You don't have that much time. And you're not starting at 10 years old, 8 years old, 6 years old. You're starting at 30, 40, 50 years old. You got to get as much of the basics into your system as possible, as soon as possible. Once you have that, you'll have the siyata dishmaya to learn a lot of other things faster. But again, a lot of times people make a mistake by jumping the gun and going into advanced shiurim, advanced lectures, advanced books, advanced teachings of all kinds, and you see the person loving it, fantasizing about it, 10 years into it, still completely clueless about everything. I know a few people that are simply addicted to mysticism, addicted to anything mystical. Basic knowledge, they get that error message, 404 error on the website, when the website doesn't work, that's what you get. Yes, come listen, you realize that you have milk on the table and there's also meat too. That's not a good thing. Oh no? Oh no, okay. Well listen, what about that new Kabbalistic teaching? What do you mean Kabbalistic? You just mean milk is on the table right now. And you're worrying about Kabbalistic teachings? A lot of people like that. There's unfortunately some people, I know a few people that are addicted to it. It's a sad reality. Because they want to delve into things that are beyond them, and truth be told is that they don't even understand what they're doing. They don't understand what they're doing, but they want to skip. There's not much you can do. There's not much you can do. You can tell people certain things. Don't do this, do that. People will listen to themselves at the end. So again, I advise you, everybody that's here, and everybody that's listening, focus on the basics. The basics are enormous. People say, no, maybe. The basics are not enough for us. How do you say the basics are not enough for you if you never went into it? It'll take you 20 years of learning every single day in hopes that maybe you know a little bit about the basics. That's how big the basics are. And all of the things that you're looking for, you'll find in the basics also. Because the basics are not like the word basics. It's enormous. It's a huge amount of information, a lot of beautiful things, mystical things, supernatural things, mentally stimulating things, a lot of things. But again, to just jump the gun and go to different places, you're going to end up in a lot of dead-end streets. You're going to waste a lot of time. You're going to regret it.
B'Shem Hashem Na'aseh v'Natzliach, we're very excited to offer you the new Be'ezrat Hashem app 3.0. It's a newer, faster app, full of Torah, lots of Kedusha by the Shiurim that we do, myself, Rav Ephraim, Rav Chaim, where you'll have also newer features where you're able to use the app while you're using other applications on your phone. You'll be able to share the lectures directly from the app. You'll be able to donate online and support our Kiruv and our Torah work that we're doing. And the most exciting feature is that you'll be able to actually ask questions directly on the app and get answers from the rabbis directly from the app. This is something unprecedented, and Baruch Hashem will be able to offer it. Thank you again for all of your support. Check it out. Make sure you have the kosher Torah that will re-energize your neshama each and every single day. Call to B'chava Tzlacha.